Hello guys, welcome back to the vlog. So yesterday we went antiquing. In Orange, California. John actually looked it up and he found this like antique mall. I think there was like, how many of them? Like 5 of them or something?
Yeah, there's a lot of them in a row.
There's so many. It was probably like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes away from our house. And I really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. And I was so freaking excited when we got there because let me just tell you, we have a lot of built-ins, like shelving in our new house. I think I counted and I think we have about 40 shelves, which is crazy. And we keep buying books and like decor and we go and we like put it out and it just like disappears because there's a lot of shelving. So I was like, you know what?
They're also like tall shelves too, so you have to get bigger stuff. And like, how much big stuff can you fit in the
But like every time we go out and like get something, we're like, okay, this is definitely enough. And then we're like, oh, this wasn't enough. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna go pretty hard. And we scored some really sick stuff. So I'm really excited to show you a haul.
And a lot of the places were like, it's those places that are malls. So there's like 50 booths.
Right.
Double story booths. But then the cool thing about it is
you get lost in there.
Yeah, and a lot of them were like 50% off, 20% off the whole booth. And so normally we're, you know, like LA, if you go to a vintage store, a book can be $20. But all the books here were like $5.
They could be like 100.
Yeah. And so it's just like, this is more reasonable because these aren't things that we're like putting out for display. Yeah, but they're also just not things that we're like putting out for display that we really care like so much about the quality of it. It's more the look of these things to like fill just different spaces in the house. Yeah.
So I'll show you guys the books first. Okay, well, look at how cute these are. These are, I saw these in, it's cool because in these malls, like like John was saying, there's booths and you can kind of tell if a booth is like gonna be your vibe or not. So there were some that were like cartoony or like anime-ish and like you could just kind of like, I knew that I was just gonna walk right by those because that wasn't what we were looking for. But there were other ones where it was like little like nurseries and stuff. And of course I popped into those because we have to do her nursery, which guys, it's,
I don't know.
I'm like, the time is coming and I'm scared because we haven't even started, but we got these little books.
Cute.
They're so freaking cute. It's called the Little Gray Rabbit Library and it didn't come in a set of 4, but I think each of these were only $5. They're so cute with like the little bows too. So we got 4 of those for her. And then when we look for books to buy, we generally look for 2 things, well, 3 things: size, price, and that they have a canvas finish, because most of the books that we have, we take the cover off. And we did get one that doesn't have a canvas finish that I'll show you in a second, so I could show you the difference. But it just makes the books look a lot more expensive, and the decor part of it just like looks a lot better. So, and then the rest of the books that we got are pretty much
like coffee table size.
Yeah, coffee table style books. But again, like we took the thing off of it already, and this is just, neutral. And another thing is like, if you don't like the cover of a book or the spine of a book, we just will put it this way. Like, we'll just put the book in the middle, facing the opposite way, so the pages are out, and then you really have no clue what the book is.
A lot of what Blake does is like she'll put like the clock on a couple books, you know, or something on a couple books, so it'll be like kind of the same.
Elevated. So we got this book again. These were like $5, which is crazy.
And this one might even be a good action top coffee table book because it's...
Yeah, that one's really cool. It has like cool art inside. And we got, let's see.
Those are cool.
These are also cool.
Those are the front page of like the LA Times of like different
years.
A bunch of different front pages.
The front page. I like actually got your mom something like this for her birthday. It's called like the New York Times, and I got her the front page of her birthday each year from when she was born up until last year when I gave it to her.
This is 1981 to 87, right before my birthday.
Whoa, show them.
This is the front page for the Titanic. Like, they just have cool stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And again, these were $5.
Yeah. 100 years of the front page of the LA Times.
And then we saw
1881 to 1981. That's kind of crazy. I don't show.
It's crazy that we got all of that for $5.
It's the same book.
Now there are some books that we're like we have absolutely no care in the world for, but it's a good size and the cover is cool and
it's more just for
looks,
decorative purposes. Yeah.
All right, and then we saw this set of, I don't know, these aren't leather, but what is this?
Faux leather.
Yeah, like faux leather, and they have
looking.
a little bit of, and they have some gold accents, and all of these will like go together. And we got all
Funny
of these.
story is Blake picked all these out, and this guy carried them up the stairs for her, and then we found the same ones in a different booth for half price.
Yeah.
And so I
was like,
well, and I was like, I'll just take those back.
No, John was like, he was like, do you really want to like go upstairs and like grab all those? I was like, that's like around like $60. You're going upstairs and you're grabbing those books and bringing them back down here. So yeah.
These are also cool though.
Mm-hmm.
The history books are cool. They have a bunch of cool like pictures in them. Like, this picture's from like probably like the 1900s.
Yeah.
Like, they're just cool. But again, they're just used like this nice like kind of leather bound looking books, and they'll look really nice.
Okay, funny story about this book is my parents like actually know this person, like a friend of a friend. It's The Art of Wyland. Wyland's the person's name, and I didn't even know when we bought it that was like who he was. And then I was taking off the cover and I saw that it's signed from 2000, and I like sent it to my mom and I was like, how funny is that? She was like, oh my God.
Mr. Wyland.
Yeah. And then we just got a few more books. I think we got like 25 in total. This is an example of a book that does not have a like canvas cover, and it's just like plastic or cardboard or whatever. And so this is something that we would just use as the pages.
Or if you go under another one and just use it as a topper.
Yep.
That one's cool. Past World.
Okay, guys, look at this one.
That's sick.
I like can't even pick this one up. This one is humongous. I don't even know if you can tell the size of this book, but it takes up my entire torso. It is so thick, and I believe that this was $10.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
This is the French Impressionism. Can't hold it.
Yeah, when you find a big girl like this, you gotta snag it.
You gotta grab it.
And honestly, in LA, this would be like $100.
Oh, 125.
If you went to a swap meet in LA, it would be $100.
Yeah.
At a swap meet.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. I just think they're skimping us.
Yeah, they really are. And then I was like, okay, I think that we have enough books for now, and we got to focus on a little bit more decor. So we got. So then we got this vintage clock, and like.
I had to put that cotton ball in there so it wouldn't put rain.
Oh, I was like, I was like, why is that cotton ball in there? But apparently, yeah, this works. What does it say? This is from 1985, and it still works.
This opens too.
Oh, cool.
So that'll just.
I feel like that would look so cute. A little pedestal, just things to add height to the shelves.
It's fire stoker.
A fire stoker.
That's how we're gonna dilate Blake for the baby.
Please. How cool is that?
Hello there.
I don't know. Oh yeah, it does.
The dirtiest hair ever.
Yeah.
Fucking eye. The loudest bell ever.
I honestly.
This is the bell that Blake's been using to call me when she needs something. It's the school bell.
Yeah. Again, just decor for the shelves. We got, John really wanted a globe, so we got the least.
I wanted a bigger.
We got, oh, you wanted a bigger one?
Yeah, this is okay.
We didn't even know that it opened.
It's like a fake glove.
But cute.
Pepper
Then
coffee.
we got like a pepper grinder or like coffee grinder thing. They also had a bigger one. But I just thought that this is like so cute for decor.
Always good for a couple of pictures.
Yeah. Pictures are also really good to find at these places because they're so cheap and you can get like all different sizes and like basically any different style. So this one I believe was only $5.
Yeah.
I think that this is, I don't know, maybe Germany?
Can you go peep?
I'm not sure. And then I thought this one was just so beautiful. I don't know if you can really see it. Sorry. The sun is like kind of, oh, there we go. I just thought this was so beautiful and I loved the frame. And the size is like really good as well because we don't have anything this size. And then I saw this vessel. Oh, John's gonna, all right, we'll do that one first.
You got this.
So in our living room, we have really long shelves and they're also tall. And we didn't know what we were gonna put on the bottom shelf. And we found this 1926 radio. It doesn't work, but it's in like pristine condition. It's so beautiful.
It has like all the fuses inside.
Did you show them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Has all the fuses inside and stuff, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It
so you
just
just like
doesn't
leave
have-
it open and you can like see inside.
Doesn't have batteries, but I don't think it wouldn't work anyway.
It's so
That's cool.
cool though. And then lastly, I saw this vessel, which I mean, if I would have gotten this at like Olive Ateliers, no shade to them because I absolutely love Olive Ateliers, but this would have been probably like $125. This was, I think, 24 bucks. Insane. I love the color of it, and I'm gonna, once we get our new coffee tables in, I think that it would be really cool on one of them and like put some branches in it. And I think that's pretty much everything that we got.
Yeah, so like 30 bucks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 small items, 2 pictures, and that big radio.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So we'll put the location in the description, but it was just like the antique malls of Orange, California. Old Town Orange, yeah.
And then we'll show you maybe how like Blake styled the shelves a little bit with the books, so you can kind of see.
Yeah.
In
And I would like to go back there and maybe look at some other stores that have like bigger pieces like furniture and stuff.
or like
But it
measure.
just wasn't what we were like.
We also didn't know what to expect. Like
Right.
I just took Blake there on a whim, so now that we know what
He-
it is,
yeah.
we can at least measure some shelves or get we need some pictures for the house so we
Mhm.
can measure it and get a little bit more specific on what we need. But right now we just need kind of anything that we like in order to fill the shelves up with just some stuff.
Yeah, and John just like randomly like came across it and was like, hey, do you want to go to this thing? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then a few hours later we decided to go and we just had no idea. And we were pleasantly surprised. So I feel like we made out really well. All right, guys, we did some styling of the shelves. I wouldn't say that this is 100% how it's always gonna be, but for the most part, we really like it. So this is the shelf that we were having a hard time styling because it's like so long and it's also thick. So the radio goes super nice here. And then also we like to put it on this shelf because if you wanted to look in, it's like super cool to like see the insides. And then this is the picture that we thrifted, a bunch of the books, the little fan thing. Then if you come over to this section, I'm not sure about her still, but it's okay. Then some of the books. We had that over on the other one, but since we had a long piece on that side and we didn't have one on this side, we transferred it to this side. I got this at Home Goods like 5 years ago for like 20 bucks or something. And then
The clock.
the little clock, so cute. Then that picture I think is from like Marshall's, but it's giving like vintage vibes. And then this is the little thrifted stool that we got from the Find in Okay, and then we come over here. This is where we had our Christmas tree, and I knew I wanted to do a little coffee station because we don't really drink that much. So like having a bar is not really something that I was like interested in. But once I got the Breville, I was like, wait, I really want to make like a little like coffee bar. So again, this is from the Find in Costa Mesa. We thrifted it and I was like such a good price. I think it was like under $400. Size, I love the details on the legs and then also the poles. And yeah, this is our little coffee station. And then we have shelves over here. Again, these aren't 100%, but we just did like the little bell and the coffee grinder, some of the books. Then this is on the opposite side and we have more shelves here. So again, we just put the little dish and this cute little picture, the books again, the globe, and then I think we're gonna hang something over on the coffee bar as well, like a picture. I thought that we thought this one would be cute, but it ended up being a little bit too small. So next time we go thrifting, we'll find something a little bit bigger than this. All right, guys, we're heading to Target because we have a few things that we need to grab, but I am just so exhausted today. It's interesting because like the exhaustion comes in waves of like certain days, and it's seemingly like it's like every other day I just feel very exhausted.
Makes sense.
Like on Sunday, I felt so good. I was so productive. I had so much energy. Well, I mean, I'm saying so much, meaning that's relative, you know. I had a lot of energy and I did a really good workout. Like I didn't feel weak or anything like that. It was great. And then Monday, I was very like low energy, didn't want to do anything, like was just very tired all day. Then Tuesday, I was still like kind of tired, but I felt like very productive. I got a lot done. It was a good day. And today's Wednesday, and I'm just very, very low energy today. Like all we did today, I woke up at 7. We took Penelope for a walk, came back, ate breakfast. I read a chapter of my what?
Please, we didn't take her for a walk. We took her 2 houses away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying what we did. What was I supposed to say? Oh, we took
her to poop.
We took Penelope to poop. We took Penelope to go pee and poop. And then I had breakfast. I read a chapter of my book. And then I took a 30-minute nap because I was so tired. And since then, I mean, I haven't really done much. And yeah, it's just, yeah, I just did some work. And
yeah, but do you think it's because on the days that you feel good, you do too much and then
yeah,
you pay for it the next day?
Yeah, I'm wondering if that is the case. That, you know, when I'm feeling good, I'm like, I don't want to waste this energy and I want to do as much as I possibly can. I can like squeeze it in, but then I'm like, okay, the next day I'm just absolutely shot. And I'm wondering if I do too much on the days that I have energy. So I'm not really sure, but
or you could just think about it like you're gonna be tired the next day, but you might as well do it, you know, just mapping out when you're tired.
Yeah.
So you have one day where you're not on one day that you are. And
yeah.
It's not the worst thing to use it on the day that you are.
Yeah, it's just interesting to like try to navigate because I just don't have, and I'm already a low energy type of person. Like it might be my thyroid, my hypothyroidism or something like that. Like I just don't have a lot of energy. 30, we're going to run to Target because we have a few things to get. I basically need to get underwear. That's like the main reason that we're going because I just don't have enough with the bodily fluids and stuff. It's just not enough panties. So we're going to go, and I think John has a few things that he has to get. I want to grab, I don't know. You know, Target tells you what you need. You don't tell Target what you need. So let's see what they have. I know that they have like a bunch of new like spring things, which I definitely want to check out, like the spring home section. So want to check that out. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Our Target home decor section kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. This painting is actually really cute though. Mickey, Studio Mickey. And then the only other thing that I kind of like is this pillow, but I just don't know where I would put it right now, so I'm just trying to hold off. And then also, we saw I also like this lamp because I love the shade on it. But again, I don't really have anywhere for it at my current moment, so I'm just gonna leave it. And if it finds its way into my home at another time, then we love that. Well, I started to go downhill.
The moment we left the fucking house.
No, probably about 5 minutes into the Target run, my back literally feels like there's like just a super dull but like deep pain like kind of where my, what is this, my scapula? Mm-hmm. My scapula is, and it feels like I just need to be like punched in the back or something, like cracked or something, but I don't know what was going on. But let's do a quick little haul. It was just like, there's a lot of stuff going on in our haul and none of it really makes sense, but that's just how it goes when you go to Target, you know? I did tell you guys that our Target is not the best at like the home decor section, which is sad because that's kind of like why I wanted to go, because like the Mickey & Co, I think they just dropped like a new line for spring. We got some onesies for the baby. She doesn't have any of these, and I got a lot of pants from Zara when they had their like after Christmas sale, and I don't have anything to like put on with the pants. And John was like, just get her a shirt, it's so much easier. And I was like, I don't think that like shirts for newborns really exist. Like they're more so things like this and then pants over top. I'm not really sure why that is, but if anyone knows, let me know. But we got a pack of these. They're just from Carter's. We were gonna do the Gerber ones, but the Carter ones were a lot softer. The whole reason we went for the panties, I got just like a bunch of different kinds, and I think I got like 7 pairs, so that should be enough. And then I saw this, which it was in the little boys section, but just because it's blue doesn't mean that it needs to be a little boy. So she's gonna rock this. It has like the, and this came with like a little hat, and it's so cute. And then koalas on the feet, adorable. We got 2 packs of Chomps, which John already put in the pantry. I feel like a broken record when I talk about candles, but I love candles that are also like decor. And this one was so cute. This one's from Hearth and Hand. This is the lavender and birch. And I love these candles so much. Let me see how much they were. And I love these candles so much. It's $30, but they honestly burn for a really long time, and the scent is pretty strong. Like I don't want to burn a candle and be like, oh, is there even a candle burning, you know? I want some scent to it. And they had different colors as well for different scents, but this one was clear. They had a light yellow and then also a light green, but I like this scent the best. Purely Elizabeth granola. I've never had their vanilla chocolate chip before. I'm gonna do a little taste test right now, actually. I'm hungry. Mmm. So good. It's so funny because John was looking at boxers and he was in a different section, and I was looking at these cute little mittens for her, and he comes over and he was like, do you think that she needs any mittens? And I was like, I'm literally holding them right now. And he was like, okay, well, obviously we have to get them. So we got her these. I've been craving sour candy. So on the checkout, I was like, I earned this, you know? I was fighting for my life in there. Another pregnancy craving is just cereal in general. They didn't have like this, they didn't actually have the cereal. They didn't have the cereal that I wanted. I wanted 3 Wishes, I think, because it has like protein and a little bit less sugar. But they didn't have it, so I went full sugar with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I just cannot get enough of cereal. I've always been a big cereal girl, but I need it pretty much every night when I'm pregnant. Then my friend who just gave birth, she said that she got this Medela hand pump and it works really, really well. So I just got it. I think it was like $30. So, You know, I'm gonna try it out. What?
Try it tonight.
John like literally wants me to try them out.
To see what it feels like.
Okay, I'll try it out tonight. Some bottle washers. And then this, which is, what is this, babe?
That goes in the
dishwasher
for like tops or suckers or what, anything that.
Oh, like binkies and tops of bottles and stuff?
I just feel like we do dishes. We have a bottle washer, but we do dishes, so I might as well just throw some shit in there while we're doing them.
Look.
Because the bottles just go in like bottles, but that's for the tops or the suckers or whatever.
Cool. And then I think that that's it. We got some trash bags and John got some boxers, but that's pretty much the haul. Also, Penelope was a big hit. Every single person that basically laid eyes on her were like, oh my God, she's so cute. Oh my God. And for the first time,
It's because I gave her a haircut.
And for the first time, someone came up to us and they were like, basically talking about how I'm pregnant. And I was like, oh my God, people can tell I'm pregnant.
No, Blake said, excuse me, I'm not pregnant. What are you speaking about, ma'am?
Vlog. I was going to vlog, getting ready because I'm heading over to JC's birthday party. But then Michelle and I FaceTimed and then I was running late, so I couldn't, but her party is silver sparkles theme, so I have a dress on that barely fits, and my pregnancy brain, it's just cooked. I'll show you guys my outfit. It's gonna be super cute. It's got like a really cute speakeasy, and she's turning 30, so I'm so excited to celebrate her, and I'm really glad that it's a sit-down dinner because my feet would be barking because it's like a very like glamorous dress code, and so obviously I had to wear heels, but I can't be standing for like more than 10-15 minutes at a time without having to like take a little break. So I'm glad that this is like a sit down dinner.
Honey, I got what you want. Give me all of your love.
Happy birthday, dear Jackie.
Honey, I got what you need.
Guys, so we're gonna go meet up with our friends Barbie and Carson and grab a matcha and just take a little walk. Then our plan is to go back home and pack up a bunch of clothes and shoes, coats, products, donations for the LA fires and bring that up to L Space. I know that they're doing another drop later, like next week as well, but it's just so sad with what is going on right now in LA. And obviously like we moved out of LA like 5 months ago and we came down to Orange County, but I lived in LA for 8 years and John is an LA native. Like he has lived there his entire life other than going to college in Santa Barbara. So it's just very sad and scary, and all these people that are being displaced and their house is burning down, wildlife. I'll have a link in my description box for like GoFundMe's and things like that. But
I think giving clothes and food and stuff is great because the last thing that I would want to do if my house burned down is worry about buying that stuff that you need immediately. Like you need clothes immediately, and so like getting help with that is awesome.
But also I just want to thank all the people that reached out to me and or John, just because you guys know that we lived in LA for a long time and we're safe. We're about like 70 miles from the fires, so they're
Not really gonna affect. We had fires earlier in the year that were closer to us that kind of ripped through the mountains.
right when
but
we moved. Yeah.
It's just kind of sad because this is part of living in LA now. These past 10 years is these fires come and just rip through the cities because of global warming and wind changes and just the amount of homes that are built in different places. And it's just really sad.
Yeah, it's just devastating. And I also saved a highlight on my Instagram called LA Reef. In that list, you can find a bunch of different brands that are replacing or like shipping out items to people. So,
You know, everybody should, any way that you can help is a good way to help. Everybody should help in any way they can. And whatever you do, no matter how small or big, as long as you're trying to help, you're doing great. And if that means doing one tiny thing
or just sharing a post or something,
that's what everybody should be expected to do. Just whatever they can and are willing to do.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
All right, guys. So I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, but everything will be in the description.
Like struggling.
Tell me why I have not had a sip of alcohol in months and months and months and months and months and months. Like what, 8 months or something? And I feel hungover right now. I'm gonna tell you guys what happened when... I'm gonna tell you guys what happened last night because I went downhill and I went downhill fast around mid-dinner. But John and I are heading to go get acai bowls right now, and juices. We've never been to this place, so we'll see how it goes. We're gonna go to this like vintage market thing that's open only like once a week, or sorry, once a month. But my stomach is still not feeling the best, so we decided let's just go get some juices, some acai bowls, and we're gonna chill. And then Allison and Richie are gonna come over a little bit later, and we're gonna go grab some lunch.
I'm telling Blake that I would never pick any coffee-based drink over an energy drink because energy drinks taste like sugar and sweet and good, and coffee
But we're off the energy
tastes like
drinks.
dirt. Yeah, and I still hate it.
All right, so I'm just gonna, while I eat my breakfast, talk about my night last night. Because it's so funny. Yesterday, I was literally telling John and Michelle on the phone, like I didn't feel 1% pregnant yesterday. My pelvis was not sore. I didn't have lightning crotch. I wasn't exhausted. My feet barely hurt. They were only hurting when I cleaned my closet for like 15 minutes with no shoes on. My back didn't hurt. Like I had no ailments whatsoever. I was like, this is amazing. Like the night that I'm going out and like gonna be around people and like kind of on my feet, like I feel amazing. Okay. So I get there and it's so cute. Everyone looks so good in the silver. It's adorable. We're standing around for like, we're like mingling for like 45 minutes. And then we sit down for dinner and we order and the salads come. And then the second courses come, like the main dinner. I have one bite of my dinner and I just feel this like intense cramping in my stomach. And I like almost like lose my breath. And I'm like, okay, like maybe I just have to like go pee because like I've heard that like a full bladder is like something that can bring on like a Braxton Hicks contraction, something like that. And as I was about to like get up, JC's slideshow was starting. And I had talked to Chelsea about it beforehand. And she was like, oh yeah, it's like a super quick slideshow, like pictures and like videos. And it's like 10 minutes. So I was like, okay, like whatever, I can wait 10 minutes. Not a big deal. Well, the slideshow kept glitching. And what was supposed to be a 10-minute slideshow turned into like a 45, like 50-minute thing. And I just felt so bad. Like I couldn't like get up to go to the bathroom. There's only like, what, 10 or 12 people there. And so I was like, I'm just gonna like wait it out. And so the entire time I have my two thumbs, because I'm wearing tights, by the way, and I haven't worn tights in so long, definitely not in my pregnancy. And I'm like wondering if they're like so tight that they're like constricting my stomach. And so I pull my thumbs down through the tights and I'm just holding, like, so they were up here and I pulled them all the way down and I'm just holding my tights out like this. And my dress is like up to here and I'm just like hiding underneath the table, like holding my tights out and my underwear out because I was like, maybe that's it. And I was cramping so hard. So for like 45 minutes, I was just sitting there. I was sweating because I was just in a lot of pain, but I didn't want to like make a scene or like anything like that. So then it was done. I went to the bathroom. I peed. I barely had to pee at all, but my stomach, I looked in the mirror. My stomach was so large. Like this is my stomach now. It was like I'm not kidding, out to here. And it was so hard and I was just so uncomfortable. And then so I went back downstairs and I was like, okay, like I just had my tights pulled basically off under the table. And then I like felt bad because everyone was like kind of like taking pictures and like using the photo booth and everything. And I was like, I physically like can't stand up. The way that I had to like even walk to my car, I was like this. It was interesting. And then I drove 30 minutes home. I drove 30 minutes home and I was probably like 5 minutes away and I got this like shooting cramp pain and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have to pull over or what. I was like, I'm like 5 minutes from my house. I have to just keep going. And I get home. My dress is off before I even walk in the door, basically. My tights are like around my ankles walking up the stairs. And I didn't even wash my face because I was in so much pain. I was like, I can't even like bend over the sink to wash my face and do my skincare. And then I woke up and my stomach still like kind of hurts a little bit, but it feels a million times better than it did yesterday. So I wanted to eat something like relatively healthy for breakfast. So we've got acai bowls and they're pretty good. Also another thing is that my hands and my feet have swollen a little bit throughout my pregnancy. But today, this morning, after that thing happened last night, also I don't know if they were like Braxton Hicks contractions because I did look them up and everything did line up with a Braxton Hicks contraction, except people said that Braxton Hicks contractions shouldn't hurt at all. And they were like, they shouldn't be hurt, they shouldn't be painful at all. Like your stomach should just feel like it's kind of like tightening and then loosening and then tightening and loosening. And I was like, these hurt. Like I was like in pain. Like it almost like took my breath away for a second. But anywho, this morning when I woke up, my hands and my feet were so swollen. Like I'm wearing my sneakers right now that I got a size too big and they're like tight on me and they've never been tight on me. So I don't know. We're just gonna keep an eye on it. I don't think it's too serious, but I was in the trenches last night. After a perfect day too. Like it was just so weird.
Hello.
All right, guys, got ready. Do the same makeup that I do every single day. And then Allison and Richie just came over. Richie hadn't seen the new house yet, so John gave him a little tour, and now we're heading to Abba. It's in Laguna. Heard really good things about it, specifically on TikTok. And then the other day when I went with Michelle and Jabby to go get coffee and sushi, I didn't eat any sushi obviously, but Jabby, who has lived in Orange County her entire life, she was like, I love this place. And I was like, is that
light? Use the right 2 lanes to turn onto Pacific Coast Highway.
I was like, is that place called Abba? And she was like, yeah, it's so good. There's a dog right there, be careful. She was like, it's so good. They have such good burgers and bowls. And I was like, amazing. And now we're going to go there and we're going to meet Michelle and Jabby there. They're going to meet us. Jabby is heading back to Paris. She lives in Paris like most of the year. So she's heading back to Paris tomorrow. So I want to see her one more time. And yeah, my stomach is feeling a lot better. This is a very, very, very good coffee that John made me. I probably won't finish it, but my stomach is feeling a lot better. I still had like a little bit of like cramps this morning, but nothing too bad.